How's it going, folks? And welcome back to Atalanta. Today, we're taking on AC Milan. We're taking on PSG. Two of the big dogs, I feel like, of modern European football. Hopefully, we're going to come away with 2 wins. Hopefully, we can continue what's been a pretty good run of form lately. And well, before we get too far into today's episode, I also want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek for our youth intake that is coming next month. I'm excited for it. You should be too. Let's run that intro, shall we? First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you're still enjoying this series. Of course, we are winding down towards, I feel like, FM23 on the horizon. But before that comes, I still want to win a Champions League, and that is very much where my focus lies today, because PSG away is our first game of the first knockout round. Not the easiest match today, but a game that I'm hoping we can get a good result in. Since you were last here, of course, the transfer window has slammed shut. Have I done any transfer business? No, no new business. Obviously, last episode we talked about Bonucci, we talked about Perrin. Besides those two and Badiashile leaving us, that was January. And well, you might be wondering, well, what did the rest of January bring in store on the pitch? And of course, February so far. We are now into that second month of the year. Well, as you can see here, after last episode, well, let's be honest, it was a bit meh, official terminology meh. We've done quite well. We've won 6 games in a row. First and foremost, in the Italian Cup, we beat Venezia 4-1 in this one. Raspadori with a hat-trick. Raspadori, he's not taken well to the fact he got runner-up in the Ballon d'Or voting. 6 goals, 2 assists in his last 5. This man's been on fire. I do feel like he's been a bit camera shy this season, though. After that 4-1 win, a 5-0 win and a 3-0 win followed. Sesko getting a hat-trick in the next game. Good to see Mancini getting on the score sheets. His first goal in Atalanta colours for the 28-year-old. I feel like we've not really talked about him a great deal. He's on a 7.71 as a wide centre-back. I do feel like in our system, wide centre-backs do just tend to get good ratings, but look, let's not knock him down here. He's done everything that we could have expected and hoped that he'd be able to do. I'm somewhat hoping that before long he'll be able to fight his way back into the Italian national team contention because, well, following his move previously to play in England, he hasn't actually been back in the team yet. He's been called up for the squad, still waiting to actually start a game though. So after that 5-0 and 3-0 win, we went into February and things have continued very much the same. A 4-1 win against Spezia, a rotated team did well. Great to see Wisdom Ame getting on the score sheet. I feel like Ame hasn't quite developed as much as I would like to think he could have done. He has started 8 games this season in the league, so I have been giving him first team football, the 19-year-old, but he's not wowed me with his development, unfortunately. Elsewhere, after that first 4-1 win, another 4-1 win, this time against Lazio. Remember Lazio? They were good once upon a time. I mean, I say that like they've not been good recently. They very nearly beat us recently. Amber Ruiz scored for them. But if we just look at the kind of Italian Serie A table, you can see they're down in 9th. They've lost 3 games in a row. Compared to last season, it really has been a fall from grace for them. In our most recent game, Napoli in the quarterfinals of the Italian Cup, and I'll tell you what, Raspadori to the rescue. This man was very, very good in this game, as was Benjamin Sesko, to be fair. The 2 strikers were just too hot to handle. Elsewhere, Scalvini put in a really good performance out on the left-hand side, of course. He is the new Badiashile, regular first-team starter, playing at left centre-back. And when you look at his green average ratings, an 8.18 in his last 5 games, and just, well, his form over the last 20 games, it's safe to say he is filling the boots of Benoit and then some. So just looking at the league table, of course, we are seeking out our 3rd successive Serie A title. And to be honest, it's another one of those seasons where the teams who I thought would be very good, the likes of Juventus, haven't been very good. This year, it's somewhat Napoli and Inter chasing us down. It's a bit of a weird situation here in February because there's an uneven number of games played. But make no mistake, I do think we've been the best team in the league so far by a little bit of a margin. And I suppose when you look at the fact that Sesko's up there in terms of top goal scorers, Ravella's up there in terms of assists, and you just look at the average ratings, which is full of our own players, and then one snake who is no longer one of our players. But it kind of emphasises just how good a team display this season has been so far. We've been clicking, and I do feel like the tactical changes we did with the 2 centre mids on attack, whilst highly experimental, has actually allowed us just to be a lot more creative and score a lot more this season. So, of course, today's first match is against AC Milan. They were predicted to be 4th by the media pre-season. Currently in 7th, they have struggled quite a lot, so I'm hoping we're going to get a good result against them. Worth noting, however, they actually have been in a pretty good run of form lately. They've won their last 5, As for ourselves, well, we've won our last 5 as well. So it should be a good game. Let's see how we get on. And in fact, before we do that, just because I promised we'd do this in the intro, here's a little preview of our youth intake. Apparently, it's an excellent youth intake, 5 stars. A for centre-backs, A for strikers, the goalkeepers, the fullbacks, the attacking mids, Cs, the rest slightly less interesting. Just on the topic of youth prospects, Chimney just played his first game for the senior team in the Italian Cup against Napoli. This man has such a bright future. I don't think it's going to be too long before he's playing a league game for us. I guess there'd be a temptation to play him today, but unfortunately, he's already played for the under-20s today. So, yeah, Chimney, today is not your time to shine, but one day soon. So in terms of team selection, despite the fact I played a full-strength team for our most recent game against Napoli, and we've got PSG in a few days, I want to go full strength for this one against Milan. I feel like at home against one of our bigger rivals, we should be getting a good performance against them in-game and indeed in real life. Both Atalanta and Milan, they're kind of rivals of sorts. So I want to win this one kind of desperately. In terms of team news, one player missing, Zach Hyen. You can see here, fitness test not required, but he's got like half a heart, so no point in risking him. What it does mean is Ravella is going to come into the team. A player who was originally brought in to be the backup kind of roaming playmaker, but this year he's really shown that he's capable of playing as the centre mid on attack. And in fact, if we just select the role here, you can see how well suited he is to it. For us today, he is filling in for Zach Hyen. Big boots to fill. Let's go see how he gets on. I feel like when it comes to our general league form, the sooner that we can wrap up the title, the sooner we can pull away at the top, the more I can focus on all the cup competitions. Why is the ball orange again? Football Manager, why are you like this? Why are you making the ball orange? I wish, and please help me. Why is the ball in my Football Manager game sometimes orange? It's really hard to see. I will say it's not as bad today as it was I think when we took on Lazio. So I think we'll stick with it this time as Almada smashes it into the bottom corner. Ravella with an assist. That is the dream start. 1-0. And, well, the decision to bring in Ravella, it certainly looks like a smart one. Throw in on this far side. Musa to Tonali. He plays it across to Ravella. Given half an inch of space, he gives it to Almada. It's the 3 centre mids, the 3 musketeers. They link up, they score, and well, they give us the lead. 10 minutes left of this half. Throw in on the near side. We are singing in the rain right now. The rain continuing to lash down here, but it's not going to dampen our moods, particularly if we could get a second goal. It's been a fairly even game, a game with not a load of chances, but there might be an opportunity here as Almada gives it to Ravella. And well, one of them assisted the other. Now the other has assisted the other. That sounded better in my head. They've helped each other out. They've got a good little friendship, the 2 centre mids on attack. They've made it work here. Ravella, of course, leading the assist charts in Serie A this year. You can kind of see why, can't you? Playing in the second string 11 a lot of the time, but when we need a player to come on, he is often that creative spark, and he's done it again here. Hopefully, it's not going to immediately be undone by a Weston McKennie corner. As the ball's played in, Marco gets it away quickly. I mean, could we catch them on the break here suddenly? I feel like the corner itself was the actual highlight, but who knows? Football Manager's weird, isn't it, with highlights? We'll wait and see. I'm anticipating something to happen, but equally, nothing could happen. Raspadori threaded through, goes round the keeper, finishes it. I think it's going to count as well. Milan might be 3 goals down inside the first half here. And whilst, yes, they are down in 6th, they have struggled this year. They were 5 games unbeaten coming into this. This goal here was really, really nice as well. Almada plays it through. It's a defence-splitting pass. Raspadori nips in front of the goalkeeper. I assume it's Mainan, although I'm not sure. I've not been paying enough attention to their team. Either way, it's a goal, and I can confirm Mainan, she's not the bingo today. She's playing for AC Milan. Half-time here, 3-0 to the good. We have been massively, massively on top. Milan with a handful of chances, but nothing of real significance. We've dominated the ball. We've created more. And to be honest, we've looked really clinical going forward. Throw in on the near side now. Musa to Tonali, back to Tonali, back to Musa, whip back post. Sesko keeps it alive, gives it to Almada. Some heroic defending there as the ball was blocked away. It goes out for another corner. It's going to be Tonali to take it. He puts in. Scalvini very nearly scores, forces a save out the keeper. I'll tell you what, Milan, they might have been hoping for some respite in the second half. We're not giving them any respite. We are all over them as things stand. However, they have now got the ball away finally. Okay, knowing that we've got PSG to play very, very soon, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to rest some players. So Sesko's going to come off for Luca. Elsewhere, I'm going to take off Almada and bring in Pobega, I think. And elsewhere, last change. Who is a player who I want to save here? You know what? Sandro Tonali. Off you come for Richie. He's going to come in and play as the roaming playmaker rather than the right mid position that he's filled in for us a lot this year. And yeah, I feel like Sesko, Tonali, Almada, they are the players to protect. They are the 3 players that for our next game I'd like to have at, well, full fitness if possible. I realise the fact that we have PSG in 4 weeks means that's probably going to be a tall order, but the more rest they can get, probably the better. And, well, I'm now a bit worried that Milan are going to go up the other end and score before the subs happen. Weston McKennie, a man who I've questioned a lot when we took them on last time, earlier on this season. He's working it down the near side. It is blocked away for a corner for Milan, and nothing's going to come of it. Theo Hernandez plays it forward to Benacer. Back now with Theo. I mean, really at this point, Milan playing for pride. 25 minutes left. Not beyond the realms of possibility that they can make a comeback happen, but it's quite a tall order, especially when they're incapable of getting the ball forward. And, well, they're gifting us possession over and over. I say that, we've given it back to them immediately, and they could now create something of their own. Franks gives it forward. Marco, lovely save. Theo Hernandez with the ball in Milan's half, just lumping it clear. They are unable to play the ball out as things stand, and as a result, we are just coming forward again and again and again. What a ball to DeMarco. I thought for a second his finish was going to go into the bottom corner. It's gone just the wrong side of the post. And, well, it remains only 3-0. I say only 3-0. I mean, with 22 minutes left. They're probably not coming back now. And, well, it could get worse. Musa ghosting inside, hits it. Mainan makes a good stop. Raheem Diaz floats in. Franks heads it goalwards. It's cleared away. It's ended up in the back of the net. Is that going to count? Is it going to count? I mean, this highlight has caught me off guard. The corner started very quickly. It is going to count. That was very weird. Took a few weird deflections. Could Marco have done better? Maybe. Could the man on the post have done better? Probably. Hopefully it's not going to come back to bite us. It should be fine, right? 3-1, everything's fine. I mean, if they get another now, with 8 minutes left, I might actually start to panic slightly. Milan, in the ascendancy, it feels like. They're bringing the ball forward here. It's Selic with the ball, floated it back post. Balde's there. And Alejandro Balde scores. I don't like... I'm making changes. Right, we are going to slow down the tempo, time waste frequently, and no longer work the ball into the box. Let's just hold on to the ball here. We can chill out. We can chill out. Just roll it out. No rushing needed. Just chill your beans. Let's everyone remain calm. Let's not get carried away. We're still going to win this game. I mean, the best response would be just a goal here before my changes that I've currently just done even take effect. DeMarco, could he make something happen? No, Tomori gets it away. I mean, it's 3-2 suddenly. Imagine if they get one here. Keeper. Okay, Marco's got it. Everyone remain calm. DeMarco over the corner. Whips it in. Luca's there. Mainan makes the save. I'm now wondering if I should have made all the subs I made when I did them. We took off all our good players. Left the less good players on the pitch. And Brahim Diaz is through one-on-one. Oh, my word. I think Mancini stopped that. I don't know if it was the keeper or the defender, but I think the defender's just done some heroics. Can we get me out of this game? I'm a football manager. Get me out of here. There's a minute left. It's 3-2. Football Manager loves to cause pain. It's been a while since I felt true heartbreak in this game. I'm hoping today's not the day for it to return. We were 3-0 up with 20 minutes left. Weston McKennie has a chance. He floats it across the box. Goes past everyone, but back into the middle. I hate this game. Why do I play this game for fun? It's 3-3. Why did I take off all the good players? I'll tell you why I took them off. To rest them for the PSG game. Why did I time waste? I can't tell you the answer to that. There is no. And I just wanted to kill off the clock. I mean, what's happened? Marco, Romero, talk to one another. We've got PSG in a second. How have we bottled that? How I'm too bitter. You know what? I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to join you guys for the PSG game. I'm fuming. I am fuming. Okay, game number 2, PSG. This is really not an easy draw for the first round of the Champions League. I feel like when you look through all these teams, there's not many teams you'd like to take on. PSG is definitely one of those teams that you'd look at and go, I'd rather not play them. Of course, they've got a 37-year-old Messi, who is still considered the top player in all of Argentina. Even though his legs have dropped off, he's still quite scary. Elsewhere, Kylian Mbappe. I mean, it's Mbappe. Yeah, he's just signed a new deal as well with PSG. At one point, my scouts came to me in January and were like, Mbappe's available. Turns out I don't have £2 million per week to give him wages. His wages are a bit too high for our own. In fact, he's almost on as much as the entire team combined. I mean, when you look at the team here by star ratings, undoubtedly, they've got some very, very good talent. I don't know if I necessarily rate their depth, but it's still going to be pretty tough today. So when it comes to team selection, I'm going with the best 11. Zakharyan is back and fit. Everyone else has rested up. I'm hoping that we've all learned our lesson from the last match. Don't take off Sesko. Don't take off Tonali. Don't take off Armada. I mean, why did no one tell me that message? Okay, let's get into this game. I did reset my game between matches. I'm hoping maybe that will fix both the bad luck modifier that apparently exists, but also stop an orange ball appearing. I don't know why that started happening in the last kind of 2 days that I've been playing the game. Football Manager's weird, isn't it? Let's be honest. Video games are weird. And, well, our last performance was weird. I want a more normal performance here, away from home against PSG. I know it's going to be tough. They do like to play a very narrow system, PSG, which I'm hoping is going to be something that we can kind of deal with. I say that, they very nearly scored from a set piece. But no, they've got Neymar and Messi playing as two centre attacking mids. I feel like between MBAPPE, Neymar and Messi, our three at the back formation should actually be able to deal with them okay, at least in theory. Of course, that theory kind of ignores the fact they are three of the best players available in Football Manager, and indeed in the world of real football as well. And shutting them down, especially away from home here, is probably going to be kind of difficult. Much like ourselves, by the way, PSG do play a three at the back with wing backs, so expect to see lots of football being played out from the back by both teams. And while speaking of which, PSG have worked this ball really nicely wide to Nuno Mendes. Left back is going to bring it forward and cross it in. Mbappe's there, and I mean, it's the first chance of the game for Mbappe. He's kicked it straight at Marco, who didn't cover himself in glory last game. That there was quite a good stop, albeit straight at him. Hopefully, you won't have to make too many difficult saves this game, and, well, PSG limited chances are limited to ones like that. Anyway, we've got the ball of our own here. We're knocking this around quite nicely. Sesko's turned his man, lays it inside to Zakharyan. He's in a good position. His effort's blocked, and it falls straight to Donnarumma. Donnarumma, by the way, obviously, Italian goalkeeper. He is the only goalkeeper in the entire Italian national team setup ahead of Marco in the hierarchy. Marco is always on the bench now for the men's team. There is part of me that would love to sign Donnarumma at some point. There's part of me that realises that's going to be very difficult to do. Anyway, chance here. Marquinhos flicks it all the way to Gvardiol, who's going to keep it alive for Messi, who hits it. Marco makes the save, and then he picks it up again. And, I mean, is Gvardiol going to get bucked there? If this is FIFA 99, he's getting a red card for that tackle on our keeper. PSG with a chance again. I feel like we've been saying that a lot. I mean, he's dived there. He hasn't dived. Romero's fouled. And Mbappe's gone down in a heap in the penalty area. You know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Just give the penalty, Football Manager. Put me out my misery. Oh, it's such a stupid one to give away. Neymar steps up. He hits it. Marco goes the right way. But he just can't get his fingertips to it. It's 1-0 PSG. We've weathered a bit of a storm in this first half, I felt like. And it's all come crumbling at the end. The ship that we're riding on through the storm, it's been hit into some rocks. We've run aground. Neymar makes it 1-0. I mean, the positives, only 1-0 away against PSG. That is not terrible. The negatives, we've not yet had a shot on target. That's not good, is it? You know what? Before the second half begins, turn off work ball into the box. Let's be a bit more direct. I'm going to tell the players they've been terrible. No point in overcomplicating things. You can't praise a performance where you're a goal down and you've not had a shot on target in the half, can you? Let's be real here. Also, Raspadori's on a 6.6. You know what? I've had enough. Luca, on you come for Raspadori. Let's get on two big forwards. And in transition, distribute it to the target forwards. Just lump it to them. We've got two of the biggest forwards in world football. I know they're playing a three at the back, but I want to believe that Luca and Sesko can be a handful. Maybe being a bit more direct is just the way to go. Almada bringing the ball out. I'd love to see us just have a highlight of us going forward, but we've lost the ball again. And now it is PSG on the attack once more. Nuno Mendes into the wide area. Dances inside, crosses it in. And Marco Verratti's there to volley it with 23 minutes left. He makes it 2-0. And this game kind of reminds me of the Champions League final. We've just not shown up. We've just not shown up. I mean, a really nice run, to be fair, by the left-back. The ball in nice. Verratti's volley, not too shabby either. 23 minutes left, 2-0. Not ideal. Right, in terms of instructions, no more playing it out from the back. We are going to go more direct with our play and look to pass it into space as well. I think on top of that, I kind of want to make some subs here. Zach Hyen's not had a great game. Let's bring in Ravella, who can definitely be creative in our team. Elsewhere, Armada's not played well either. You know what? Ravella and Ritchie, you are coming on. 2 new centre mids. Maybe that's what the doctor ordered. Really, 2-0. I don't want to say it wouldn't be the worst result, but it could have been a lot worse against PSG. 2-1? And I'll be very, very happy, especially with how this game's gone. Ball's played forward. We've still not really had a highlight of our own going forward. Maybe that can change here. We do still have the ball. Romero, who gave away the penalty to Scalvini. He's going to dink it to DeMarco, who keeps the ball alive. Options in the middle. Crossed in. Can't pick out either man. And now PSG looking to bring the ball forward with Kylian Mbappe. Very quick is Kylian Mbappe. Very good at dribbling is Kylian Mbappe. Why are we not doing anything about Kylian Mbappe? He scored. I'm so upset. We've conceded 6 goals in this episode without reply. Kylian Mbappe has just had my pants down, hasn't he, there? It's PSG 3, Atalanta 0 points, as the French would say. Yeah, that is tragic, isn't it? That is actually really, really bad. I just feel sad. Well, next episode, a mountain to climb, because we've just lost this game 3-0, and it wasn't even really competitive. That is what really sucks. It was just a bad performance. Maybe we can turn things around at home. 3-0, you know, it's not good. It's not impossible. Who am I kidding? It's going to be very, very hard. If we lose the Champions League this year, I have to do another season. I have to. I know FM23 is around the corner. No, I really, really, really want to win a Champions League here. I mean, we've still not won the bloody Italian Cup either. So that's another thing to look forward to. By the way, in the Italian Cup, Torino in the semi-final should be very winnable. Given what I've seen today, is anything winnable anymore? I don't know. So looking ahead to next time, we are going to come back for the second leg against PSG and also a game against Napoli in Serie A. We took them on earlier this year. They beat us 3-0. They embarrassed us. I want some revenge in the middle of March. So, yeah, that is when we're going to come back in just under a month's time. Napoli are also second in the league, and maybe in a month's time, beating them is the kind of result that could really put us in championship winning kind of position. Not that we're not already there, but it could really put us beyond doubt, or at least closer and closer to mathematical certainty. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, I can't believe what I've seen. I just feel sad. I'm going to go and eat my pain away. You know the deal by now. I'm getting pizza or a yogurt or something. I'll see you next time for more. Hopefully you've enjoyed my suffering today. It can't go worse than today next time. Speaking of which, I'll see you next episode. PSG and Napoli. I really am making things easy for myself, aren't I, with the games I picked to commentate. I'll see you next time. I'm out.